Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to the channel where here, myself, and a good bunch of my nerdy friends sit on a Discord call and play Dungeons & Dragons. And we are back, finally, for episode 10 of Thoria the Broken World. This story is done kicking off. Yeah. I've been clawing to get back to playing this game, and finally we are back, and we can start to play the next episode of this wonderful story that we are starting to build together. We are without one player this evening. Our lovely Shelby Mustang has a family get-together. I think it's one of her children's birthdays today, so we wish that child a very happy birthday, many happy returns, and I hope she has a wonderful weekend. But we do have the other four, the Fab Four, so they are waiting in the wings right now for me to jump back into the game. But before we do that, I'm going to give the recap of the previous episode, which is one of my favourite episodes of D&D I think I've ever played, and I wasn't even playing, I was DMing, so let's jump in, shall we? I'm going to get rid of that music. I'm going to bring up on screen number 7 the other music that is currently playing. Okay. We play Dungeons & Dragons. Yes, we do. Right, episode 9, recap. As the fight in the marketplace in Orsdance gets to its final foe, which is dispatched with the utmost prejudice, Tad headshots the last Noah while his gaze is completely elsewhere, to the now unconscious body of Elwyn, whom after witnessing her sister Demelza not only kidnap Creel via a portal, but also learn Elwyn's location. Darkness struck her mind. Creel mentioned to Tad that help was close, in the form of a criminal organisation who once helped him, one known as the Shadow Brand. After finding a clue on a wall, the party ran into one of its scouts, a charismatic white tiefling who introduced himself as Lynx. Taking refuge indoors back in the Crooked Tower, Bulgus was able to awaken Elwyn using a technique that he wasn't very pleased about. Basically, he smacked her out the face to wake her up. Lynx told the party about the Brand was willing to help. Creel was a valued member, however, as always, there's a price for entry. A priceless artifact known as the Blade of Broken Mirrors was stolen from the Brand by a man called Everett Drust, known better by his alias, Reeve Sansonet, a prominent member of the city council. He owns a heavily guarded private house close to the mayor's mansion. Aiden, the leader of the Brand, has ordered the return of the blade. The persons capable of such a task would have the never-ending support of the Brand for as long as they want. The party splits to conduct recon on the abode, and while they are separated, an unwanted visitor breaks into the mind of Bird and Tad to issue a warning, which I think was heeded. We learn that Opal's grandmother, Poppy, was murdered by a cloaked figure when she was very young. The assassin left a symbol behind, and so far remains unidentified. This was the first time that Opal discovered she had magic. More conversations happen, guard patterns are discovered and tracked to Sansonet's home. Floor plans are collected by Bryn Collier, the town's mayor, and Elwyn, reading the lips of the guards, discovered that Admiral Rackham has been spotted again. As the day heads to a close, more reflections are made on the current events as night takes the sky, and sleep, for the most part, finds our party. And with that, I'm going to go back into the play screen and say hello to our players. Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Hello. As you can see, we have Bird as Mackie this evening. In the bottom corner.
In chat, someone Meowdy mentioned it. The audio is doubling up. It's like the slight delay.
Echo.
Yeah,
It's echoing.
A tiny, a little bit.
Okay.
It's the new bird art.
Doing the same when all of us talk? I'm gonna deafen myself in Discord.
No, you're clear. Well, that's such a USB microphone. Mm-hmm. That's such a USB microphone. Is it noticeably distracting?
Say something again.
Is it noticeably distracting? I can't find a fault.
Oh wow, really?
Well, I heard that.
Yeah.
Right, there's something echoing off this, and I don't know what it is. What about now? Any echo now? 1, 2, 3, 4.
No, you should be good. Actually, I don't hear it. No, you should be good. Actually, I don't hear it.
I think what it is I had the voice mod thing running through the same mic at the same time.
I'm just gonna say that, Jordan.
Right, I think we're good. Yeah, are we good?
Yep.
Yay!
Yep.
Right. Okay. Immersion.
We're back.
Having to do tech things halfway through a game. Brilliant. All right. So you've had the diatribe. Yes, we have new art for Bird, as you can see in the corner, and also
Yes.
allow me
We
to
don't have time to
reintroduce
unpack that
yourself again. I've loaded up all the new character art into the corner so you can see
It's
it.
all.
Yes, of course I have.
Yay!
So we have Bird. Elowen's do drip.
Dude.
Yes, puzzle.
Fucking Prince Ali. Fabulous he Ali Ababwa.
Yep,
Incredible.
yep.
Show you whole new world.
The
I love that one.
cutest character to play D&D ever.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And Batman.
And he was a fairy.
Yeah, there he is. There's my guy.
That is solid artwork. That is absolutely solid.
Aww.
Yeah,
Yay.
Right, not to be distracted by that anymore. Okay. Getting back to the game. There's a bit more from me, so bear with me. Skyward. In the outer atmosphere above Thoria, a ring of rocks spiral, travelling ever closer to Thoria. They glow with a dull light as they approach the exosphere. Cenimus, the satellite moon, glows with a renewed vigour this night. A bright yellow-blue pulse emanating from it, similar to the force field that surrounds the planet. As the rocks begin to penetrate the exosphere, they glow and begin to crackle and fizz. On the surface, in Orsdance and many places around, the entire sky erupts as if a firework the size of the planet itself has just been detonated. Millions of small traces streak across the sky, glowing orange, red, and yellow. Thousands of faces look skyward. smiling as if a blessing had just been imbued onto them as countless droplets of superheated rock explode and disintegrate in the atmosphere. The camera moves down through the ground and finds a hidden room below the Crooked Tower Inn, and our heroes sleeping, stirring, the odd leg kick. All except Eloin. Your eyes as wide as ever as you stare at the ceiling. With every blink, a flashed image of Demelda fires into your brain like a hot poker. As a result, you're trying not to blink, as tears naturally run down your cheeks, partially caused by the lack of blinking, but also partially out of abject fear. As your friends around you doze, you can hear the merriment of the people outside faintly with your ridiculous passive perception. What's Eloin thinking right now?
Ooh. It's been 30 seconds, Rob. Oh my god. I think Eloin's thinking about starting from a place of blame and feeling selfish and you know, this is all her fault. And I think at a certain point, because she's had to be resilient, that kind of starts to kick in a little bit. And I think for her, I'm trying to think of how to say it. It's almost like she decides, like, I can either sit here and be upset, or I can try to help everybody, kind of thing. Like, it doesn't really matter at a certain point whether it's my fault or not. I have to fix it. And so at some point during the night, she's going to get up and need something to do with her hands and not be able to find a place to go with her sword without waking everybody up.
Well, as you think about that, as you look around the room, you do see that Lynx is wide awake and just staring at you. Not in a creepy way, just looking, because he realizes that you're perturbed slightly. He just sort of like gets your gaze a little bit and says, "Penny for your thoughts?"
It's gonna cost a lot of pennies, Lynx.
I'll own you some.
It's this is all my fault. The person that took Creel is my sister. She's done really horrible things before. And I'm just... I don't know whether it was worth it to be selfish and come here just to see someone I care about, if that means that they got hurt.
Well, if I'm reading this right, your sister took Creel, so that's her fault, not yours.
Technically, the only reason she took him was to hurt me. She wouldn't have done it otherwise.
Well, yes, you can look at it that way, or you can look at it to the fact that even if you weren't involved, she may have done this anyway. The fact that you are involved and implanting yourself into the situation makes you feel guilt, yes, but if your sister has chosen that path, there's nothing you could have done to stop her. There's something you can do to stop her now. Don't dwell on the fact that it's you who caused this situation, because she seems like she would have got in with the wrong crowd regardless. I've seen those cloaks before. I've killed a few of them.
Oh, where's those cloaks?
You've heard of the blind, yes?
Mm-hmm. 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 Yep. Yes, we have heard that. Explains so many things.
Well, it looks like your sister's found some new friends.
Okay, well, okay. Yeah, that definitely does make me feel better. And also worse, but a little better because clearly the blind was looking for him anyway. Okay. Okay.
Well, since you're feeling worse, I have something that may help. And he grabs you by the wrist, and he just pulls you out of the room. Up out of the door, up the stairs, through the tavern, and out of the back door. He takes you round the back of the Crooked Tower Inn, leaving your friends sleeping in the room. There's a ladder at the side of the tavern that he climbs, and he beckons you up. Do you follow?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Climb up the side of the tavern wall, and then sitting atop the roof, you can now see what everyone else is looking at, which is this incredible firework display of natural rock disintegrating in the atmosphere, and it looks like the sky is on fire. He just looks up and he says, "You see something so magnificent, it's just the thought that we sometimes have to remember just how small we are." And that's not a height joke. Just trying to just put you back into some perspective. There's also that. And he points at the moon. Now, you've not really paid much attention to Cenimus since this story has started. Cenimus was actually once part of Thoria. And when the fracture happened, that was the level of the body of land that went the furthest away from the planet itself, but still maintained orbit. It couldn't break gravity. So that became the satellite moon. So it is misshapen, it is craggy, it is, it looks very, very strange. But over the past few days, that moon has begun to glow and pulse. A very dim blue light to start with, and then as the days have gone forward, that light has got stronger and stronger and stronger. To this night, Lynx looks at you and says, "Do you know much about that strange shape in the sky?"
Just what I was taught by my tutors. Basic history.
Make a history check.
Use my new dice that my best friend brought me today. That is wait, where's history? 24.
Oh shit. Good roll. Right, okay.
Good dice.
Good dice.
Are these from you, Nikki?
Good choice. Yep. Yeah, Nikki dropped them off at my house earlier.
Oh, bless. Right. 24. Holy shit. You definitely have heard this before, or heard about this particular phenomenon before. This is, colloquially, it's called the summoning of Cenimus. But Lynx is now going to go into a little bit of explanation and exposition to tell everyone about it. So, looking up at it, Lynx looks at you again and says, yes, the summoning. So, as you know, once every 100 years, during the time of the Fire Rain Festival, which we are now right in the middle of, It's been known that Senemis, not only the name of our moon, but the goddess of moonlight and revelry and mystery. She casts a blanket illusion on the planet. This spell temporarily allows vapors of those that were once lost to return to the planet to be seen, conversed with, or simply to walk the land that was once theirs and see the faces they once loved. It's unknown how this happens from a seemingly inert rock in the sky, but nevertheless, the moon pulses, covers Thoria in a shroud of illusion. The glow from the moon happens over several days prior to the event. It builds, and then like a power surge, but gentle, it breathes a wave of energy gently over the planet's surface. And as he says this, this blue glow just emanates from the moon's surface, and a ripple just covers every single upward-facing surface on the entire, as far as your eyes can see and beyond. All places of internment, cemeteries, mausoleums, temples and their grounds, and even areas where ashes have been scattered, now glow with a yellow light. Those that have fallen, who choose to rise, appear in a spectral form, now free to travel the world. They're not being brought back to effect vengeance or harm. They do not have magical abilities, nor do they have corporeal form, but they do have the memories and the personality of the person who once lived. Another quirk about this solstice is that the planet remains blanketed by night for an entire day. So today there will be no sunrise. And the dead walk the earth. Fun, huh?
Do the legends say anything about how to contact a person?
Make an intelligence check. Which is a bit cruel, actually, after you roll a 24 history, but I'm going to do it anyway. Oops.
19.
That's pretty good. Remember your readings back from it. I'll introduce this 24 back into that 19 as well, so it's a hell of a roll. The souls that choose to rise are only allowed to do so because they have one destination to go to. And they find the person they want to speak to. And when that conversation is finished, they cease to be. This is a little like, like talking, like speak with the dead sort of thing, but in a nicer sort of way. So if there's someone that has risen this night that, wants to come and find someone, they will come and find them. And their travel is expedited by the fact that they are basically light particles and can travel very, very fast to a specific location. Just pausing there slightly. If there was a camera, it now lifts and flies southward over Cliffspear, over the Analar Vale Forest, over the continent of Escarar, where the elves live, and further south, sorry, Escaris, and further south, until we happen upon a very small island that has several towers on it. Camera goes down and goes deep into the bowels of the mage fortress of Valing. An arcane alarm sounds as several figures in red-orange robes chase down the spiral stone staircase in a torchlit chamber and broken rocks, destroy glyphs, and a sundered teleportation circle. Wands are drawn, as a figure of a once elderly and respected minister of the Empyrean Assembly in Acalia, Dionysus Freem forms out of thousands of tiny motes of blue light. A voice says, "Halt! Away your wardens!" Grand Mage Exoral steps forward, a female Dryketh. Now, for those of you who have heard that word for the first time, which I hope you have because I made it up, if you'd like to roll a history check, you can do, or intelligence, whichever is your one.
$22.
Jeez.
19.
7.
7? I thought you said,
Also
I thought
19.
you said 27. Jesus, those are 3 high rolls. Right. Yeah, I made a race. Dryketh are basically an amalgamation of elves and Yonti. So these are reptilian elves. They have scaled skin, which is normally blue, light tinted green in colour. They have the ears. They have narrowed eyes. They don't have a nose, they just have reptilian slits in the face, a bit Voldemort-esque. Mouth as usual. And they were born of a land that you've yet to discover. But they have yet to they're like over thousands of years to travel the world and now integrated themselves into society. So they have the wisdom of the elves, but they also have an abruptness that would come from the reptilian side of them. But they can exist in society as normal. But yes, they are an amalgamation of elves and basically snake people. So the Grand Mage of Valing Tower, the Mage Fortress, is a Dryketh. So she says, "Halt! Away your wands!" The reptilian nostrils flaring as her robes billow behind her. She says to the assembled other mages, "This is a friend. Minister, why have you returned?" Freem, formed of light, now standing, takes his surroundings in for the first time and looks back at her with a concerned look on his face. "Where is she?" Freem turns into particles, disappears through the top of the tower, flies northward. Freem arrives in Orsdance. Walks among 100 other ghosts now peacefully visiting citizens in the streets. Some react in dismay, some are elated to see the loved ones again. The spell that brought him back here is guiding him towards the Crooked Tower Inn. And Ella, just make a perception check for me.
$19.
Okay. As you look down towards the marketplace that that previously held the battle between the Nor, the fish entities, and where you saw the portal arrive that took Creel, you now see the very, very familiar image of Dionysus Freem walking towards the inn. Where I'm going to pause. Sorry.
Oh my god.
Opal.
Yeah.
Your necklace starts to thrum.
I thought it was in a box.
Is it in a box?
It's in a box.
Yeah.
But you have it in your pocket. The box in your pocket.
Yeah.
What's the box?
it wasn't
All
a
right,
box.
retcon that until you feel something like your phone goes off in your pocket. Sorry, I forgot it was in a box. You take out the
Okay,
box?
I take out the box. I open it because I'm curious.
The necklace fires out of the box and hits the door. And it's moving on the door. Looks like it's trying to get somewhere beyond the door. What do you do?
Okay. Can I pry it off the door to open the door?
Make a strength check.
Oh my god. 14.
14. You pull and pull and pull, and ping! It comes off, but it wants to get back. So as you're holding it,
I quickly open the door.
you open the door.
And I hold on to the necklace.
Okay. With a 14, okay, you can hold it, but it's going to take you for a walk. So it pulls you through the doorway. It pulls you up the stairs at the exact same time as it took Ella when it took you out the back door, but it takes you in a different direction. Behind the Crooked Tower and behind the rest of Orsdance is farmland, and behind the farmland there's a series of cliffs that start to rise. Similarly to Dionysus Freem's arrival, an elderly female gnome, embroidered shawl, long grey hair, kind eyes, a movement akin to one far younger than her, appears on a rocky hillside above Orsdance, glides over several rocky encampments and outcroppings until she reaches a nice spot and sits. She looks out over the water and sees the most beautiful display of boats dancing on the water's surface under a spectacularly lit sky. They spin and glide and lift, float, and tumble with great skill, perfectly timed to an orchestra playing just on shore. Poppy Runeholder takes her first steps on Thoria for years, in search of one very specific person. And as the necklace pulls you and pulls you and pulls you over gates, across fields, over more gates, and up a rocky encampment, you reach a small peak, and sitting there is a very familiar form you've not seen for years. And I'm going to pause there. Isha. You awaken slightly, eyes coming to consciousness because you heard quite the kerfuffle and thumping a few minutes ago and thought it was nothing and fell back asleep, but it starts to see, it stirs you and it keeps you awake. You open your eyes and all you can see is you. But you're already outside. And you're not in Orsdance. You're in Sunbrand. You walk along a very familiar shoreline. And you look skyward and you can see the fire rain happening. And you can see the moon pulsing and glowing. You know about the summoning and what happens every 100 years, and you never thought that in your lifetime you would be able to witness this, possibly, being human. But as luck would have it, now, how nervous are you on a thing of 1 to 10, because who are you thinking might appear?
Is that a question for the crew? There's
Well,
players. 'Cause I'm gonna keep quiet.
okay, all right.
I want to see the shock on everyone's faces. Honestly.
As you're walking along the shoreline, the boat's moored. Some of the wooden jetties slightly rotted away, so you have to like hop and leap as you normally would on this thing, kicking rocks. There is an image of a sun, very similar to the image of the sun that was on the boat, the Aurora, that emblazoned on the sails. An image very similar to that appears very small in front of you, and then starts to grow, and starts to grow, and starts to grow, and then out of that, motes of white and blue light start to thread and knit around each other. And a human woman appears.
At the sight of the lady, Isha collapses to his knees and just cries. Like all the emotions he's been holding in, all the tears, and he just lets loose.
Seeing that, the image approaches you. The lady you know very well. You, even though she doesn't have corporeal form, she kneels down and places a hand on your shoulder, and you absolutely feel it. And then she lifts her hand and places it on your chin and just lifts your face up so you can look at her for the first time in a long time.
Isha stares, tears still flowing, and he's trying to blink them away.
Mm-hmm.
I never thought I'd see you again. And if Halsey and Ravina aren't with you, they have to be still out there.
She swallows hard, looks down. She just says to you, I fear for them. I know not where they are. But I am proud of the choice I made. They came first. They had to come first. I'm so sorry,
I still lost you. I still lost you, and I couldn't help you. I failed.
You didn't fail. And you have an opportunity to. You have an opportunity to succeed by finding them. Please find them. And the image of her just like flickers a little bit. Not like jarringly, just like it just pulses a bit. She's back, then she comes back.
At the pulse, Isha dives for her. Regardless of her being spectral, he dives.
So you dive forward, and unfortunately you do go through and hit dirt. As you do that, again, she's not corporeal, but you feel her hand under your shoulder help you back up, at least to your knees. And she says, I never thought I'd get the chance to tell you this, but the night I died, you weren't there. But I can tell you what he looks like.
Tell me.
Large, armored, disgustingly charming. Has a salt and pepper beard, balding head, and a crooked smile. I remember on his armor there was an image emblazoned. A trumpet with sails. And I'm going to ask you to roll a d20. On a 10 to 0, you're going to find out the name. On an 11 or higher, well, let's see what happens.
Bless the dice.
That is a 18 in the game log.
Okay. As she's about to utter the name, she flickers and flickers again and flashes and then disseminates. And then what does he do?
He seeing that he's already tried diving into her to keep her from dissipating the first time, he's too clumsy on the second attempt, so he claws at the sand as a means to try and find her. And just, please don't. I just got you back. Please don't go.
You just see the motes of white light and blue light just dissipate. The clouds and start to rise. Roll a wisdom saving throw for me.
What throw?
A wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom, okay. That is a 12.
12. Isha, you kneel down and grab hold of two massive clumps of sand in your hand, which is riddled with small pieces of wood and splinters which stick through your fingers. You do take 3 points of piercing damage, but you don't give a fuck. You grip hard into the earth and plead and plead and plead and plead and plead and plead. The white motes of light start to return slowly. They don't form back to her, but they whip around you in sort of a soft wind. Feel her presence again slightly. And in the wind, you hear the word Rackham. And then she goes, sort of brushing past your cheek. She leaves. And you fall unconscious. And seemingly back to sleep where you were in the Crooked Tower. Pause. Tad.
Don't you fucking.
This might not be what you expected.
Oh my!
You guys were worried that Isha didn't have anything and that
Fuck you!
I told you he's a slow burn. You guys need to realize that I have things planned. Ha ha.
I really almost just flipped my entire table.
I should tear it up a little bit.
I was actively. There were tears. I was not. Oh my
Oh,
god.
gosh.
Okay, fuck me.
It's difficult to play someone who loves someone a lot. Right. So, Tad.
Oh shit.
Similarly to Isha, you, being a rogue, you heard the door open and close. You heard Element leave. But you are so exhausted from what's just happened, especially after the intrusion into your brain, that you kind of wanted some sleep this night. But unfortunately, this may be slightly broken for you. You just start to get twitchy. You start to feel like you're not comfortable now, and you need to go for a walk. So you get up very, very stealthily. You don't have to roll a stealth check because this is your jam. Creak through the door, back up the stairs. But instead of going outside, you decide to walk into the tavern itself, which is very, very quiet at this time of the evening. And especially when all the people are now outside watching the fire rain as well. August is still behind the bar. And he looks over to you and says, "Oh, Ted. We got a new beer coming.
Oh.
It's nice. It's pale, but it's a nice drink. It's called Mountain Mist."
Yeah, happy to try it.
Pours you a glass.
Couldn't sleep, so something to take the edge off, I guess.
Puts it on the bar for you.
This tall.
Yeah, someone called Rainvale. She's Glenda Rainvale. She's trading with Cliffspear now, and she decided she's sending over a couple of barrels for us to try. It's a nice drop. I like it. Pours himself a little half and just sips
Sorry.
quietly.
You said she started trading, as in probably just shipped it. She wasn't here, was she?
Oh no, she wasn't here. No, this has been shipped.
Okay.
This has been shipped over from Misthaven.
Oh.
You okay?
Oh, taste it. No, yeah. Sorry. She's just. I know Glenda pretty well.
Oh, yeah, she's. For much I heard, she's a nice lady.
Yeah. No, she's great. She's really lovely.
Well, you enjoy that
I'll say
beer.
so.
I gotta go and do a thing, and he walks over.
I'm just gonna hold the stein and just really like. It's gonna be a silly comparison. This is the first thing that came to my head. The scene in Ratatouille when Remy's eating the strawberry and the cheese, just very deliberately, slow sip, eyes closed, fully allowing myself to experience, to take me back.
And you are taken back. You see her kind face. You hear those words again that I'm going to help you fly again. And she did. The rock in your pocket starts to vibrate.
Oh fuck! I'm gonna pull Tony out of his pouch, just discreetly. Is the bartender is not like right here? He like went away to like do some stuff, right?
He's in the vicinity, but he's a good 10, sort of like 15 feet from you. You can probably just roll a sleight of hand check just for shits and giggles.
I think either way, if he's close by, I'll still roll this.
Yeah.
I'm going to. Oh no, that's not flat. There we go. I mean, not great. 2 plus things, but for me,
2 plus 27.
Still an 11.
Hang on. Bogus rolled a 2 on his perception check.
Nice.
He doesn't see it.
Even then, I'm gonna take the stone and move to like a table a little bit in the corner just to have a more private.
A bit more private.
Yeah. Got my stein in one hand. Hello?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah. Yeah, I can.
How do I get out of this thing?
Sorry, say it again?
How do I get out of this thing? Oh, hang on, I found it. Blue motes of light start to appear out of the rock. They float up and up and up and up and up, and they form in front of you into the image of a young dwarven boy. The makings of a red beard coming in at the sides, shabby yet functional clothing. He has leather armor on and very bright eyes. And he looks at you and says, "You've been talking for quite a while now. You called me Tony. That's not my name. My name's Thremoir Jadebrand. Nice to meet you."
Tad is fully... Nice to meet you too, Thremoir. How long? Have you been here the whole time?
Yeah. It's me you've been talking to. I like the googly eyes, by the way. They're quite funny.
Thank you. It feels a little irreverent now, gotta say.
Don't you worry about that.
I didn't know you were... Huh. Okay. Wow. Great to meet you, I guess. Holy shit. Who are you? You know a lot about me at this point. I feel like okay, you don't have to nod that aggressively. Wow. What? Okay. So, you're a person.
I'm a dwarf.
Are you dead?
Oh, aye.
No, yeah. Okay.
I am.
I'm gonna process that normally.
I can tell you where I'm from if you want.
Please, I don't even know what to ask at this point.
Well, you know the Axeblade Mountains, don't you?
Of course.
You have a place called Craghold.
I think so.
That's where I'm from. That's where I died. I went on a little mission, as was my wont when I was a wee boy. As I still am a wee boy. And I went up into the mountains. I was looking for this place that I heard stories about. It was called the Priory of the Tempest. And a lot of people told me there was magical items inside. And I wanted some of them. So I got my wee axe and my shield, and I went up the mountainside. And then there was this sort of flash, and then I wasn't there no more. But somehow I was inside a rock. And then after a while, somebody picked me up. This huge guy, like blue and made of rock. So I started to talk to him, and he started to talk to me back. It was called Thoria. Huge stone giant. And he carried me for hundreds and hundreds of miles over the top of the axe blades. And we swapped stories. Apparently he was looking for a friend of his called Finland. Wee halfling. All over the mountains he was looking for him. But he never found him. And then one day, out of nowhere, he dropped me. And I was there for a few winters, a few summers, a few more winters, and then one morning you landed on me.
Forgot that.
And you picked me up.
Why did you wait so long to talk to me?
Well, the last person I talked to just dropped me and left me on the side of a mountain, so I wasn't feeling too good about the next person picking me up.
Sure. I mean, so there's a lot to process. I mean, first off, we know Finland. That's kind of a wild coincidence. He's mentioned Thoria before.
It has?
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't know where he is now. He went to his room and there was just a pile of ash. So we got to figure that out probably at some point. But
that doesn't sound good.
No, there's a lot happening. There's been a lot going on. Wow, so you heard everything I said to you, huh? About
oh yeah,
my family and my parents and
the fact you're not welcome,
and you
and
just
there's a guy who really doesn't like you. He spoke to you the other day.
Yeah, he did.
He doesn't sound nice.
No, he's awful. Really, he is a cruel person. I think he's got something over Bird at this point too.
Oh, is that the elf?
Yeah, it's an elf. She's really nice.
She's nice too. You've got some nice friends right now.
You know, yeah, I do. Yeah.
I mean, most of them I just see like poking out the top of your pocket, so I can't really see them a lot. But they seem lovely. A bit, you know, they've got their own problems. But haven't we all? I'm a rock, so
I was gonna say,
you know,
everyone's got stuff. But wow, you were okay. This is crazy because it's one of those situations where, like, I feel like I've known you. I mean, I have known you for a really, really long time, but not really, though. You know, like you're.
When you first spoke to me, I just thought I'd like talk to you in the same way you talk to me, because this is not the way I'd talk to Thoria. I'd talk to Thoria in like another weird voice that you probably wouldn't understand. But to you, I just like sort of emulated your voice to make you feel comfortable. But I know that you talk in another way as well, and pretty much like what I'm talking like now. Kind of.
No, I forgot you.
That it is.
No, yeah. That makes sense. So here's the thing. I try to keep it, as you've seen, keep it a bit close to the vest.
Yeah. I get it.
I especially around folks I don't know.
Well, he's not looking.
No, he's preoccupied.
What are you gonna do about your parents?
I don't know. I don't know. We got so many things to do. We've got between Kirill getting fucking yanked and my parents.
Oh, he got pulled through that blue twirly thing, didn't he? That vicious bitch. Oh.
Oh no, I can't even talk about it without getting angry. I think I scared Elowen a bit, to be honest. And I kind of broke the wall down a bit when that happened. You hadn't heard me talk like this. Fine. But
He seems resilient enough.
nah, she's a good one. She's fine. She will be. She might be. Might be worth checking, just to make sure.
You see the image just start to
No, don't.
tear a little bit. He's like,
Before you go. No, go ahead.
oh, what am I going? What? Wait.
No, I like talking to you. You're the only person who really knows.
Oh, I'm talking to you too. It's nice to be outside the rock. To be honest, I can see stuff without like it being
sure.
this.
Pocket eye level. I can keep it more outside. I can keep a window. I'm sure everyone will
That'd
just
be
set something
lovely
for me, so you can see what's going on.
That'd be nice.
And I'm so sorry. Remind me your full name again. I got your first, but your surname.
It's Thrimoir Jadebrand
Jadebrand. That's a beautiful name.
of the Jadebrands of Craghold.
Aye, right. Am I aware of the Jadebrands of Craghold? Still, probably not.
Probably.
It's okay.
Who knows? Let's let the dice
Probably
decide.
Probably not.
History or intelligence?
I'm
I'll show you best up.
Yeah, they're the same. It's a +2 party. Let's see. 21.
Ooh.
Natural 19.
No. No, these aren't like prominent figures of Craghold or anything.
No.
These are just like a little family that lives in the Iron Hills.
Listen, if you like, I can eventually, once this is all sorted, I can try to make it back and place you with your family and with your people. If that's something you want, you can. I mean, you're a great friend now. I feel like you and I can spend time together and really keep this going. But if that's something
I'd like to stay.
No, of course, no. I'm not trying to get you to go. I'm just saying if eventually, if that's what you want, you can just tell me. But we can. I like that we can talk.
I like that we can talk too. We should talk more.
I agree. I think, to be honest with you, after not hearing you for about 30 odd years, I thought that maybe you were just a rock.
Well, I might have been.
That was my fault.
See, this isn't really like a strong sort of like tether. Sometimes I can just float away. Sometimes I can float back. But I like to float back because you're like a buddy now. But yeah, I've kind of come to like the rock, if you know what I mean. As I said, the Google airs are fun.
Oh, no, it becomes comfortable. Like in the situation we're we find ourselves in long enough time, it becomes the norm. I get it.
And he twitches again. He just says, "Oh, fuck." Oh, sorry. The pale white one. Trust him.
Aye.
Trust him. Trust him.
We're at Pinky, so I feel like we're pretty good.
Goes.
I just put the rock on the table just to make it easier.
Yeah. The lights just start to like float back into the rock and just settle. The rock glows a little bit. You swear you see the eyes move slightly. And then it just goes in net.
was lovely meeting you.
The rock jumps on the table and just gives 2 knocks. Just
Pick him up. Back in the pouch. I'm gonna finish the beer. Just really. Whew.
Okay. Pause. Back to the roof.
Shit.
Yeah, you see the very familiar image of Dennis's frame walking towards you. And he doesn't climb the roof. He just stops, smiles, just stares.
Down on the street level.
Down on the street level.
Yeah, I go straight to him.
Okay. As you do you go down the ladder or do you just jump straight off that roof?
I'm not gonna jump off the roof.
It's not high.
Can I not take damage? Would I know that I would not take damage if I jumped off this roof?
It's only about 7 feet, but you quite just roll an athletics check.
Because I would jump. I would just jump.
Yeah, I know.
That's a 5, and I don't care that I eat it, to be honest.
With the most grace you could possibly muster before your foot gets caught in the grate to the side of the edge of the thing. You tumble and fall. You take... Where is it? 2 bludgeoning damage.
Okay. It's so appropriate, too, because it's
as you
like...
hit the deck.
It's just... Every time in her entire life when she was little and fell and messed up, and he was the one standing above her to pick her up and help her, and I think she looks at him and wants to say she's sorry, but she just can't.
For the rest of you, what Elowen sees is a very elderly half-elf gentleman. He has a balding top, white hair around the sides, white hair down the back. He's dressed in the finest of like purple and lilac robes, and entwined within the fabric is very intricately carved and worked metal armor. He wears a medallion around his neck with the emblem of the Imperial Assembly in Acalia, and he looks almost regal when he stands. But he's only a minister. He's a lower being on the totem pole, as opposed to, with regards to the assembly. But this person who, the last time you saw him, was in pain. He now looks at you as sort of as if nothing happened. Just make a perception check for me.
Perception. 23.
23.
My new dice from my best friend.
With a 23, I mean, you know the facets of this person's face. You grew up with him. He's second dad.
He raised her.
He raised her. But now, unfortunately, you also see the slit on his throat. The wound. Nothing's like happening around it, it's just there. The collar's slightly torn from when it happened, and he stands there with the very familiar smile on his face. He reaches down with a hand that you can't grab, but you feel like you want to and can. And he
I'll let him help.
kind of helps you back up to your feet.
I just can't think of what to say first, and I just kind of grab the sash, because that's my comfort thing, and go, I kept your sash.
As you hold the sash, the light hardens a little. And you see that he takes a slight form, and you just hear this as his feet hit the stone below you. He's still made of blue light, and you can see like the vaguest image of colour coming through, and you can see a twinkle behind his eyes.
I think she just hugs him.
He does the same. Eventually, he leaves the embrace and sort of kneels down, because, I mean, this guy's like 6 foot.
Yeah.
So
tall.
yeah, you don't want to talk to his knees. He kneels down and just says, "Hello, Sunbeam."
She just lets it kind of soak in, because she didn't get it last time, to hear that. And I think she's just racking her brain how to make the best use of the moments and overthinking things, as she always does. And just says she came back. She did it again. And I was so afraid that I didn't do anything about it the first time, and I'm sorry.
There's nothing you could have done. Do not blame yourself, please. I worried about your sister for a long time. Even back to when she destroyed the Auspex decree, I thought there was a way that I could possibly pull her back, bring her back to who she used to be. She was always a difficult child, but nothing like this. What has she done this time?
She took my new you.
Seems to
And
be
took him away.
Seems to be a pattern.
And I thought it was just because of me, but apparently she joined this horrible international crime gang, and they want him, so, you know.
What's it called?
The Blind.
You see him just take a step backwards. His eyes close, and you see a familiar image of any time that you made him mad. He would just do this thing where he steps backwards, he stands up to his full height, and then he just clicks his neck to the side a little bit, and his mouth just cracks into like a bit of a grimace. And then he rights himself, and then the smile returns to his face, and he opens his eyes. But you know, behind his eyes is now more of a forcefulness that you recognize from when he was, you know, being serious with you, as opposed to being paternal with you. Says, what do you know about this blind.
Not enough.
Well, allow...
Just that they exist and there's... It seems like there's something bigger, deeper that they're trying to do, maybe involving some kind of a corruptive force that we keep encountering. It seems so random, and I haven't found any pattern yet. But we found it in West Point and in Shanty Isle and Solitude and here.
What is this? Is it a substance, a thing, what?
I'll pull out, I have one of the strips of it. I don't have a vial, but I'll pull out the strip and let him see it and say it starts as kind of like a black ooze, like a liquid, and then sometimes becomes this kind of a stretchy material. Have you ever seen anything like this?
He now is able to actually take it from you. Just hold it up. Viburnum corridalis. Wisdom's bane.
Wisdom's bane?
This is a rare occurring substance. It was thought to have been eradicated. There are certain herbs, plants, flora around Thoria that have certain properties that assist in potion making or in spellcraft. There is certain fungus that lives around these islands. Devil's Seat, for instance, has necrotic power. There is the black cat mushroom, which are the properties of fire. But this it is called Wisdom's Bane because it strips you of all the wisdom that you have once it fully envelops you. This can be turned into something that is unspeakably evil. But in this raw form, it's just very dangerous.
So way worse than what we've seen.
You've heard me tell you this once, but my darling, you've no idea. And I hope you never do. But if people are dealing in Wisdom's Bane, you need to be careful.
Okay.
By the way, the blind, they have been in the shadows for years. They seem to have this way of trying to convince the populace that they are somehow in service to a strange alien race known as the Nysivian.
The what?
The Nysivian. An octopi-like creature that is rumored to have dominion over the dead. Now, no one's ever seen the Nysivian. There only rumors have come from whispers. But the blind seems very adult, a very sure they do exist, and these acolytes of the Nysivian, the blind, will do anything to further their legend in order to instill fear. It seems like you have encountered possibly one of their plans, which is to gain an amount of Wisdom's Bane in order to create something.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry?
Mm-hmm. I mean, we just learned that Troken are real, so why not alien octopus things? You know?
What did you hear about Troken?
They're here, apparently. We
Here in
saw
this
one of
town?
their victims. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Shit's bad. Shit's bad, Pops. I don't even know what to do.
He flashes. No! No! The people you're currently with, you trust them?
Yes.
Can they keep you safe?
Yes.
If anything ever happened to you, I don't know. He dissipates. And you find yourself in the street, watching motes of blue light float back up to the moon's surface. And there, we're going to take a break.
Fuck you. God damn it.
We're plotting your demise.
Help
We
me.
are.
I thought you might. I
got
thought you
I've
might.
been breastfeeding this entire time.
The whiplash.
I'm crying and just got actual jalapeno in my eye, so this is fun. This is a 2. It's fine.
All right, guys. We'll take 10 minutes. Get yourself settled and sorted out, and we will come back after a short break. See you soon. Hi, guys. How are we doing?
Fine.
Doing great, man. Fucking so sick. So sick.
He says, so gritted teeth.
Does this tell you how I'm doing?
Uh-oh.
Does this tell you how I'm doing?
Oh, God, I've made my party comfort eat.
We are never giving you a month between sessions again.
I
Ever.
write stuff down. My brain does things.
It's so good. I'm so mad.
I need to turn the light. Can't see my
Oh my
notes. Right. As we immerse ourselves back in to the game, Opal.
Oh my god. She gotta finish her
She's
chocolate.
eating junk. It's comfort chocolate. You're still muted, Dickie.
I've made notes.
You made notes.
There's so much.
Well, we haven't got to you yet.
I know, that's what I mean. I've made notes.
Uh-huh. So, I get back to the right page of my things. There we go. So up on a rocky outcropping.
Okay, I have a question first.
Okay.
What does Opal know about the summoning? Like, does she know that she has limited time with Grandma? Is she expecting this?
Roll an intelligence or arcana. Should have given other people actually the option to roll arcana if you had it.
19.
With a 19, you know that you don't know the specific spell that is cast. You do know its intention, which is to give the opportunity for those that pass to either have final conversations they weren't allowed to have, or didn't get the chance to have, or to right wrongs, or.
Okay.
But the implied within the appearance of these beings, there is a finite time scale to their longevity, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not here forever. This you know that this particular illusion magic only happens for one day, but once the spirit has risen, found its intended target, had the conversation it needed to have, or at least get over what it needed to get over, then the magic is spent on that particular entity. So yeah, it's not you can't spend a day with them.
No, but I'm thinking Opal probably expected Grandma Poppy to show up.
Well, did she?
I would think, because that would be the person.
Yeah.
That Opal would feel like she had unfinished business with.
Mm-hmm. Oh, absolutely. And so on and so forth.
So she probably wouldn't be surprised to see her.
That's up to Opal.
Okay. So she's gonna go sit by Grandma.
Okay.
And look out over the water with her.
Right.
Yeah.
So the familiar smell comes back to you from her. She used to wear lots of floral perfumes that she made herself from her own garden herbs and plants that she collected when she went out. As you know,
I actually have some.
Yes, I'm sure you do. She would, when she, as you know, she was a caster of spells, so she needed components. So all these very familiar smells like incense and things were staple to you when you were younger. As you sit next to
I
her,
missed you, Grandma.
she doesn't look at you. She just stares out over the water and says, I missed you too. Isn't it wonderful out here? Stars, water, the boats dancing.
Some of it reminds me of home.
Some of it does. I never saw boats dance though.
No.
And she reaches inside her shawl and she pulls out a wand. You've seen this wand thousands of times. She used to make it shrink, and so she could make it dance between her fingers, and then make it grow again. She just waves it over the grass, and a poppy just appears in front of you. And she plucks it. Passed it to you. Without looking at you still. She still hasn't actually... Her gaze is still just out front.
I take the poppy from her and I stick it in my braid.
As you put it in your hair, you just feel a little, like, tingle. Like the mildest of, like, non-threatening electric shocks. If you know what I mean. Just like a...
Mm-hmm.
Just like electricity has just passed by you almost.
I hold the necklace out in front of us because I know she's not looking at me, so I hold it out kind of like in front of us. Did you know this was cursed?
Make a wisdom saving throw for me.
Nat 20.
Good fucking roll.
Yeah. Yeah.
The necklace attempts to fly straight for Poppy. But at the same time, you grab the chain as Poppy just lifts the wand and the necklace just drops to the ground.
Oh, so I don't have it anymore. It's not in my hand.
It's not in your hand, no.
Okay.
With whatever she did, it forced it out of your grip, and it's now on the grass below you.
Okay.
She picks it up. Again, she still hasn't seen you, still hasn't looked at you. And she starts to inspect this thing. I used to wear this.
You did.
That is.
I needed something to remember you by.
Something to remember me by. Huh. Well, I guess this was mine before it was taken when somebody killed me.
You know who that was?
And this is the first time she turns around and looks at you. You see the hair, you have the smell, you have the physical image of her there. As she turns to look at you, she doesn't have a face. But you hear the voice come out of where the voice would come out of. I don't know who killed me. Very unkind individual came to visit one night and then I was gone. It was dark. I didn't see what happened. As you stare into this blue void where her face was, you feel like you are getting closer and closer and closer, a little bit too close, and then you seem to go through where the face was. And you find yourself in that bedroom. You see, as you turn the corner of the door frame and look into the room on that night, you see the body of Poppy on the bed, blood pouring down the bed sheets. And you look, as you did glance on that night, you look to the window and you see the curtains flap as you saw a dark cloak fly through the window. And you immediately reached out your hand and a firebolt came out. That's the first time you'd ever contacted any sort of magic whatsoever. The pure emotion. It came out. And the curtains set on fire. As you look back down to your dead grandma's body, her eyes still staring outwards. And then you immediately turned and looked to the drawer beside her desk. Beside her bed, sorry. Almost as if that moment has now passed and now you were going back in days later to investigate and try to find out what had happened to her. You opened the drawer and you pulled out the swatch of cloth with that symbol on it. You stare hard into that symbol. And then as you look back up from the symbol, you're back on the outcropping, staring at your grandmother's voidless face, holding the symbol up to her. As your grandma takes the necklace and puts it round her neck, clasps it, she takes the cloth symbol from you and looks at it. Oh, I know this. This is Oberon's Gate. This is a mage society. I know these people. I used to adventure with them. I remember a dashing young drow. Long brown hair, dark purple skin. So handsome.
I've met him.
You have?
I have. Very briefly.
Where is he?
I don't know.
Well, you should find him.
We're trying.
Oh, that man took me around all of the Shadow Wild Land. We got into all sorts of scrapes together. Creel.
Well,
That-
I call him Mr. Creel.
As well you should, my dear. It's respectful. You know, that's special. You should sew that into your shawl there. Wear it. Might bring you luck.
Can I have my piece of fabric back?
Of course. He passes it back to you.
And I put it in a pocket. I think I know someone who can sew that for me.
I'm sure you do, dear. And then
What?
the face just looks away. Well, the void just looks away from you. Strangely, when she turns away now, you can see the outline silhouette of her nose and her mouth. But if you look directly straight to her, you can't see any facial features whatsoever. But at the minute, you can see the side of your grandma's face.
Grandma, are you trapped somewhere?
A moment of silence. Another moment of silence. And she says, these boats are so pretty. So pretty. Make a dexterity saving throw.
Eight.
He turns around and looks at you, and this time you don't see a void. The entity that you sometimes see floating behind Birdwin, that face flashes into where your grandma's face would be. And you just hear a voice go, "Gotcha." And she fires a fireball at you.
No. I've got a spell for this. Where is it?
Luckily, you only take 2 points of fire damage.
Okay.
When that spell is cast, you just see now that your grandma's body starts to float, and as she starts to float, the nice floral shawl starts to turn into more spectral, more almost like spider-like webbing that comes off and starts to float in midair. The hair grows longer and sort of and matted and floats, and then you just see that there's just this green entity just floating, holding your grandmother's wand in her hand.
I cast Blade Ward on myself.
Okay. This thing just looks at you and stares as deep as anyone's ever stared into your eyes. She goes deeper. You feel like she's clawing at the back of your head. She just says, "See you soon."
I scream, "Let my grandma go!"
As the particles disappear into dust. Blue light. However, the wand. It's the rock.
I pick up the wand.
As you pick it up, it feels warm.
Does it feel like grandma?
It smells like grandma.
Okay. I put it in a pocket.
One of many.
Close. Close to my heart. Close where I can smell her.
Mm-hmm. As that happens,
Sit and look at the water.
as you put the wand away, the necklace that she took reapparates around your neck. As if it was always there, but she sort of pretended to take it. So, during all these encounters, which happened at the same time, they happened over an extended period. A little bit longer than you'll probably expect. These weren't like 5-10 minutes as like interludes. This happened over a couple of hours, let's say. There were long silences in between conversations. There were, It wasn't just chatter the entire time. As this happens, you all gain a long rest, apart from Elowin, who now has a point of exhaustion, as I have a little ring on your little hook up here. You all come to consciousness, apart from Elowin, inside the Crooked Tower. And you awaken within the room downstairs. As there's a bit of a kerfuffle outside. Bulgus runs down the stairs, bangs open the door, says, "You guys awake?"
We are now.
Yo, wake up. You gotta come up here.
Oh, gee. Okay.
And literally, like, grabs it, like, Birdwin is still, like, just sort of, like, just barely coming to consciousness. He just grabs her and pulls her up the stairs. You go into the main tavern area, which is quite quiet, but it looks like there's a bit of a cordon around, like, the table that Tad sat at when you had your conversation, just around there, sort of like out of the way, and you see Lynx.
Oh shit!
Bent double, bleeding from the stomach, looking decidedly rough, and
what the hell?
very, very injured. He looks up at you and says, "Morning."
Morning.
Oh fuck!
What the fuck? What? What did you do?
Am I with the group?
No, you're on the roof. No, well, no, you're outside. But
I was outside.
you had no, make more sense. You followed Lynx in
August?
to the tavern.
Oh, Lynx in.
Because you saw him run bleeding through the door of the thing, so you immediately saw him and came through. So you're with the rest of the party.
Okay,
yeah.
so I would run straight up to him and do a cure wounds.
Okay. He just sort of, as you start to work your mojo on him, he's like, "Well, I saw an opportunity. Elowin had a friend come to say hi, so I decided, well, as everyone else is looking at the sky because it's on fire, I thought I'd have a quick look round Sansolet's house.
Lynx.
See if I could find the blade." Unfortunately, all I found were guards with blades. And
I was gonna say you found one at least.
And bows and
Mm-hmm. I
arrows.
found you.
Yeah. And bows and arrows and pikes and spears and swords. There are no antiquities in his house. There are some fakes to fool sycophants who he invites into his home and boasts about his wealth. I found the underground boat dock. 2 guards. Easy pickings. Nope. One of them shoved a spear through my side, but I kicked it off, threw him in the water. Searched high and low. No sign of the bloody knife, no sign of anything apart from more guards. I managed to get away. If we are to find this blade, it's not going to be here. I need something strong to drink. He leans back.
I've got my hand, like, needle ready to stitch him a stitch in his sleeve. And kind of sit there like, I feel like this should be a learning experience for you, Lynx. But I like you too much not to help you. And then go ahead and give him cure wounds, and it's 18.
Points of healing?
Mm-hmm.
Good.
2 7s plus 4.
Gracious. Wow. Okay. So yeah, you see the wound start to knit very nicely. Almost like with a bit of a flourish at the end with the needle with the gold thread goes just ding as it comes off. And he sort of takes a breath. That's remarkable. Can you stay like here for forever? And as he says that, you outside the tavern, you hear "Make way! Make way! Make way! Medic! Medic!" As you hear hooves clatter past the tavern outside. Bulgus just runs straight for the door. What are you guys doing?
Yeah, bolt.
Bolt? You all going?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
To the door. So through the flapping doors, and you see that there is a large brown horse, and that it's slowly coming to rest. It's whinnying and neighing and misbehaving terribly. You can see that one side of this horse completely covered in blood, as is the rider that is on top of it, slumped down to one side. And two of the choral guard just run over, just take him and pull him off, and just lay him on the ground. And you hear a familiar voice behind you just saying, "Get out of his way, he needs air." Good grief. Wrong with you people. So Bryn Collier comes forward and he takes hold of the guy's hand. Whereabouts are you guys?
Your American accent brings me so much joy.
Yeah.
It's so good. I think I would just be right outside of the building still, but right next to the doorway, like move to the side so it's a clear path, but like right next to the doorway, just like looking at what's going on.
So you're about maybe 20 feet from where the guy landed on the ground.
Yeah.
What about the rest of you?
I pushed through to go and cast Cure Wounds on this guy, but unfortunately I just used my last level 1 spell slot on Lynx.
Oh,
but Elowyn doesn't know that.
You didn't get along, right?
And Elowyn is going to attempt to reach her magic either way, as exhausted as she is.
Okay. How do you normally apply your spells? Do you literally like sew it into the person's clothing?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And what symbol would you sew in for Cure Wounds?
For Cure Wounds, it would be I can tell you.
I love the fact that you actually know the symbol for each of your spells, by the way. That's insane.
It's a running stitch, because it's the easiest to do and fastest to do.
Amazing. So you go towards and just like push one of the choral guards out the way, and you just see this guy is a mess. He has been like hit several times, like twice in the chest, once in the stomach with some sort of blade. He's a human. He's like his mid-20s. He's got dark hair, a bit of a scraggly beard, and he is having trouble breathing. He's in a bad way. Bryn is sort of like on one knee, like holding one of his hands in his pocket. And he's like, "So what happened? Can you talk?" And it, like between like blood bubbling coughs. He just looks up and goes, I followed some people in cloaks into the forest. There was a portal opened. He just came out. I didn't recognize him, so I followed him. They went into Staves Forest, but they saw me. They came after me. Someone threw a spear. He went in here, and he just pulls himself back, and you just see this gaping hole in his stomach. As you reach down and you start to do that stitch into the side, the familiar glow that normally emanates afterwards just doesn't happen. You've literally just put some thread into his clothing. As you pull away, thinking you've done it, nothing. Bryn's sort of looking at you like, "What are you doing?"
This is supposed to help. This should heal him. And I'll try again and reach like deeper, trying to access my magic.
Make a charisma saving throw.
That is that's a 23.
You drop the needle and you just put both of your hands onto his sternum, essentially. The slightest shade of lilac to purple just emanates on the front of your fingers. Your hands start to shake. And then all of a sudden, it goes and your fingers just return to normal. Nothing happens. The wound still gapes, it still bleeds.
I just kind of back up looking at my hands and go kind of behind the group.
I can help, but Jordan's got something to say.
Go.
Something. Due to Isha's height, I am assuming he can see Elowen struggling. He pushes through the crowd, rushes and slams next to Elowen, grabs her hands and asks her to help me. Help me. And he's going to try. This is more of a technical thing, Rob. Is this guy actively dying, or is he alive? Like, is he making?
Oh, he's rolled two twos on his death saves. He's fucked up.
Excellent. Okay, so the reason I'm asking is, I would like to cast Spare the Dying on him to stabilize him.
Okay. So you
and with
go on.
Elowen's hands on me, I'm hoping I can actually access that magic.
Okay.
It's in my spell list, but
Yeah.
For flavor, yeah.
Yeah, for flavor.
No, my
That's beautiful.
My Rolodex is just going around slightly. Just 1 second.
Okay.
All right. Where Elowen placed her hands and she pulled away, you take Elowen's hand in your hand and you put your hand back on the body itself. Those of you that are around to see within proximity, you see starting from his shoulder, snaking down his arm, you see gold, almost like lightning, but the thinnest lightning you've ever seen in your life. It's like just like if static charge was visible, this is what it would look like. And it starts to fizz and crackle down his arm, but almost in slow motion, as it just like as it snakes his way past his elbow. As it gets to his elbow, Elowen, you just instinctually just look up at him, and you see his eyes start to glow.
I'm gonna tell him, you could do this. You can do this.
As it snakes down and snakes down and snakes down. And you see the body like lift from the sternum, as if someone's gone in there with a defibrillator and just gone clear. 360. His chest pulses, and then he rests back on the ground. And as he just pulls his hand away slightly, you just see the connecting tendrils of this power just slightly pull. This freaks you out, Isha. But not as much as it has done in the past, because this is now something that you want to happen more than anything. Something has been within you for a long time that you've wanted to bring to the fore, and you just did not know how to do it. He opens his eyes and he looks at you directly, straight in your eyes. And he says, I know you.
Isha looks down as a way to break the gaze, and no, I don't think we've ever met, and I'd really like to know your name.
Stefan.
You're going to be okay, Stefan.
You're glowing. How are you glowing?
I think that's just the shock.
No, I'm supposed to tell you something.
Me?
I'm supposed to tell you. They've taken him. He's taking the drow. He's taking the drow to him. Rackham. As you hear that noise, as you hear that word, Halloween, you are forced back about 20 feet. There's a pulse that goes off from him. Isha, you stand. You look skyward.
Yep.
You see the image of Nessia just emanating the sky. Two blasts of golden light just straight out of your eyes as golden spectral wings fly out of your back. As the wings part, and you look like a jumbo fucking jet. These things are huge. Eagle feathers, gilded in gold, different shades, down from like a dark to just emanating just light at the bottom, crackling with energy. Down your arms, where the lightning once snaked its way down when you cast that spell, golden chains snake down your arms, and shackles attached to your wrists. The entire crowd dissipates. For as farther than Eloin was thrown. As you just stand there, you scream like a banshee. There's no words, it's just pure visceral pain that comes out. And then the wings finally just come in and back to rest. As your eyes come back down, the light leaves them. And you stand there. The ASMR that you always were. And the thing that brought you out of this, the thing that brought this to the surface, was knowing that the person who now holds Creel, or is going to hold Creel very soon, is the person that murdered your wife.
Opal's gonna run to Isha and just put her hand on him where she can reach and say, I didn't know. We can figure this out, Isha.
I think Elwyn followed and said, I have answers. We need to go inside.
Isha, it's in one ear and out the other. He is just repeating Rackham. And Rob, since that has happened, can Isha activate those wings and lift off?
Yes, he can.
He, like a goddamn rocket, launches in the sky, and he is past the clouds. And
Opal
he
grabs
is...
Elwyn's hand.
Yeah.
I think what Isha wants is he wants high enough that he sees the whole city. He's past the clouds. He is... I'm how to visually... I'm walking through in my head first. He wants to burst through the clouds. He wants just an entire 360 view of the entire region. And he is basking in the sun because he's always felt safer up in the air, being in the crow's nest of every ship he's ever been on. And while he is basking in the warmth, he is hunting like a fucking falcon. He is scanning that entire region for where Stefan came from. He is looking for that portal. Isha is smart enough not to engage by himself, but he wants confirmation that they are there.
So, as you stood there over the body of Stefan, who's still alive, the name repeating. Elwyn saying, come inside, I have help. Nothing. You hear it, but you don't hear it. You just hear Rackham. You see his face. You hear that man's voice. The wings burst out again, and you fucking Neo just again, there's a blast. People are forced backwards yet again. Dust. And you break through the cloud surface. And then, just as fast as you set off, you just stop. The wings aren't flapping, they're just out, but you just hover. You close your eyes for a few moments, just trying to realize what the hell just happened. And then you reopen your eyes and there is a conviction in your mind that has always been there. but it's sharper than any knife now. I'd like to make a perception check with advantage.
So with advantage, a dirty 20.
Dirty 20. From your vantage point from where you are, you can definitely see the path that the horse with the injured rider took through the forest. From terminus to terminus, you can see where it set off from. You can see like the pathway through the broken branches and broken things through the forest trees, and out onto the dirt road that pulls back into the rear of Orstance, where he came from. Yeah, you know which direction they went.
Isha would like to burst off into that direction and hover above the woods where Stefan came from and where it went down, and with the loudest he can muster, Rackham. My name is Isha Greywind, the future captain of the Nameless, and I am going to be your deliverance on the god that you so love, before he flies off and runs back to Orstance.
What are the rest of you guys doing right now?
Opal's just clinging to Elowen's hand and just staring at where Isha left. Like the sky.
Yeah, the rest
where
of the
he
crowd around you are
went.
sort of doing the exact same thing. They've never seen anything like this before. Bryn is quiet for once.
Elowen does not look surprised at all.
No. There's almost an element of like a little bit of glee.
Knew it. Fucking knew it.
Tad, what about you?
Nothing. I just rolled to see what I would do, and the thing in my head was if it was under 10, I would do one thing. If it was over 10, it was another, and I got a 10 because I forgot that that's how D20s work.
So on the fence as you are.
Yeah. So what I wanted to do, basically. So
It's so great.
Yeah, because of course. Would Tad have understood? I guess first and foremost, did Tad hear that conversation, being the distance away that he was? That it was also Rackham who...
From the injured soldier to Isha.
Correct.
Yeah, I'd say, you've got keen ears.
Rackham has, yeah. And so then seeing him fly directly up, would he have incited that he's going to go try to find where he was and go the direction that the soldier came from? Is where, can I make that leap is where I'm at for Tad. Of like, or, that's the thing. Is it the shock? Because like, is it the shock of, holy shit, versus he's on a mission and gonna go wherever he just came from? That was my one thing or the other roll, and I rolled a 10. So
and you rolled middle ground,
right directly in the center.
Right on the fence.
Yeah. So I think in. Okay.
I'll tell you what. As the dice roll that you made was going to be a choice of what you would do, not necessarily the outcome of this particular ask. What I'll say is roll an insight check.
That's a natural 20. That was a natural 20. Okay.
That's my boy.
So in that case, yeah, go ahead.
Well, in that case, you know that. I mean, yes. I think initially the escape was he just wanted to get the fuck out of there because this is all new to him.
Mm-hmm.
But that escape was to a definite purpose of he wanted eyes on where is he.
So I'm going to slink around the back of the building, take off myself in the direction that soldier came from.
Okay.
Isha's much faster than me at this point, but my hope is to possibly catch him on the way back if he's coming back, because who knows?
Well, you kind of can't miss him currently because he's kind of glowing gold right now.
Fair.
And he's got some big ass fucking wings on him.
Did I potentially see Tad run with purpose?
Roll a stealth check. If you were trying to do this stealthily, then roll a stealth check.
Yeah, very, very much intentionally hiding. Well, my stealth is, I believe, a +9. Double check. Yeah, so 16. Stealth check.
Doesn't beat her passive.
No.
She can see, she saw you go.
Yeah.
For what end? I don't know, but she saw you leave.
Yeah.
I think I'm... Because it was so important to Freem that I stay with the people that I'm with, I think I'm going to go after Tad.
Okay. So I'm sneaking just around the back of the building right now, and you saw me do it.
Because I know Opal and Bird are safe right here, but now we're splitting up and it's freaking me out.
Okay. Opal, are you staying with Elowen? What's your mindset right now?
I'm gonna chase after Elowen because I don't know what she's doing. And I'm going, Elowen, where are you going?
I don't know.
Bird is also going to follow you. Having seen whatever the hell this.
Actually,
this
can I
was.
message Tad? Can I message Tad and say, do you need backup?
He will respond. No, just gonna talk.
And then I'll message again and say, I have answers for him. Be safe. And then if Opal and Bird want to come back with me inside, we'll go inside.
Yeah.
You go inside? You're not following?
Yeah. I don't want to get in the middle of it, but I was just like, yeah.
Because I am immediately airborne and just...
Oh, yeah. You're going straight forward.
In that direction.
Right,
yeah.
Okay, so...
The bird boys can have a conversation.
Can I see the water?
No, Bird's with you.
From where I am?
Can you see yes, you can. Yes.
Okay, I'm going to stay outside and look at the water.
Okay.
And I would communicate. Yeah, communicate with Bird and Opal what I said to Tad. He's fine.
Right.
They're fine. He's going to go find him.
Okay, so as you ladies congregate and converse...
and go, what
the... right, back to you, Isha. So, you, having nearly broken some trees by that roar that you just gave, you had to rack them, you land in an area just outside the Staves Forest. It is a... the trees are quite thick here. There is a narrow pathway that goes through them, and ahead of you, about 30 feet away, there's a large rock on your right-hand side that's about maybe, I'd say, a good 15 feet tall, like a little crag that hangs off it. You can see that there are... in fact, roll a perception check for me.
13.
Yeah, you can see that there are fresh horse tracks that have bounded out of this area, and they go down the pathway, at least around the rocky outcropping that you can see in the center of this. When you yelled, you didn't hear any response. As you probably thought you wouldn't, because if people are out there, they don't want to tell you they're there. But they might be.
I was like, Isha. Isha will.
Big character, dude.
I will raise my left arm, and those golden chains that you described that are on my arms, they will snake out, and they start to glow, but not in the sense of like holy or ethereal. They will start to heat up as if they're molten, and they will go past Isha's arm and then contract, and sort of like a rail gun, you'll see this bolt of fire build from all that intense heat from the chains, and he will launch a fireball onto that crag and just leave the biggest searing circle just where he hits as a warning, and more so as a threat that he isn't playing. Rackham's blood is demanded, and he will then fly back.
Fuck me, dude. Oh, yes. I don't need to take any other description from you or give anything else. That visual was absolutely clear. That's all from you, so yeah. Oh, as you take to the skies, as you're about to take to the skies, you see Tad just beelining straight for you and lands in front of
Tiny
you.
little wings. Sorry.
What do you say?
Isha will acknowledge Ted. He doesn't move, he doesn't attack or do any sudden movements. He's just standing there. The wings are just kind of contracted against Isha's back. And he just looks at Tad and goes, Tad. Just Tad. And Tad, you see that Isha physically has changed at like a permanent aspect. That the stress of the magic bursting forth and the wings finally coming out and the chains metaphorically being broken. Isha's hair is longer, more like a Geralt style, like flowing a little like to his shoulders, and they have grayed from the exertion of all this that Isha has done. So he's got more of a gray, like half gray, half brown coloring to his hair, and he's just standing there, just looking at you, Tad.
You're right there, friend.
Isha will point and just say, we have work to do.
You know, I had a feeling that there was more to you. Gotta be honest, I didn't expect this.
Neither did I. But for some reason, I was always jealous of your wings. Now I know why.
I gotta say, you kind of show me up. You kind of show me up a bit.
Her name was Nessia.
What's that?
Her name was Nessia. And that bastard slaughtered her like a pig.
Rackham.
Rackham.
Who's Nessia? It's you?
My wife that I lost a couple of years back. I actually met her on the Aurora when I first joined. It's funny. We were actually going to. I wasn't going to sail. She actually was the reason I was going to stop sailing. And now she's the reason I can't stay away from the water.
We're going to find him. We're going to kill him. You're going to kill him. Leave that for you. If you want. Not trying to encourage vengeance, per se, but you'll be okay.
It's a little. It's a little bit of vengeance.
Sure.
What am I kidding? It's a lot of vengeance, but something's telling me that Rackham and his goons have had free reign of this world a little too much, and someone needs to rein them in.
I think that's incredibly clear. Now, I just wanted to tell you that I'm here for you. Especially after seeing that those magnificent wings. Really quite something. But beyond that, I know what it's like to have something stripped from you. And I don't know. I want you to know you can trust me. That's all. Elon said that she had answers for something. Gotta be honest, I don't know what this is. But we're gonna find him.
There's something going on with her as well. I have a lot of questions to ask her.
Oh.
Ever since we went into that cave, I've been able to see in the dark for some reason. She just tapped me once, and then I could see things in the dark. I've been meaning to ask her. She's
tapped me
got
plenty of
something.
times. I can't see in the dark. Oh, it's probably the wing thing. But I have wings, so.
Yeah, I don't know how she gave me dark vision.
Huh.
You should ask her about that. You should see if she can give it to you too.
I mean, I've got these goggles that Opal built for me, but
they look nice on you, by the way.
Thanks. Yeah, I keep them kind of at the top, but not a reason to use them in the daytime. Either way, I think we should go back. I wanted some time with you one-on-one. Just to confirm that you're okay and you're you still, and I wouldn't have to, take care of anything. But not that I could, to be honest. Those chains are pretty spooky. But
I've always trusted the group, and out of everyone, I figured you'd be the one. If something did happen, you'd be able to do what would need to be done, and I appreciate that about you. But
Likewise.
no, I'm okay.
All right.
I have a lot to do, but I do know that the last time that I attempted to do something by myself, a lot of bad happened. So that, in mind, I'm not dumb enough to do this alone. But he is going to die by my hands only.
I believe you.
Both of you make a dexterity saving throw.
Uh-oh.
21.
9.
9.
What?
9.
Easier with your sort of newfound sight and an overall perception about what happens around you. You get out the way of a crossbow bolt that flies past your face and buries itself in the Tad's shoulder as Tad is thrown back about 10 feet and hits the deck as you just hear someone scream, "Kill him!" And we're going to roll initiative next time we play.
Yes! How much damage do I take?
Oh! Piercing damage. You take 6 points of piercing damage
Nice.
as it lands on your right shoulder. Right, you lovely people. That was fun.
For you.
Sure.
Oh,
Okay.
shit.
I knew
Wow.
I should have gone with you. I'm so mad.
Wow. I mean, yeah.
Trying to be a
I
good
did the
friend, and
thing.
oh my god.
I was just flying. I was just flying over, and we can leave. You know what I mean? If it's too much, we can just dip out.
Yeah.
It's gonna be fine.
So the boys are in trouble. The girls are having conversations. There's ghosts walking the earth. Shit just happened.
It's fine. We're gonna have a cool down after. We decided.
We are going to pick this up, hopefully very soon.
Please.
Continue the story, please.
love of
Yes,
God.
please. This was awesome. I've had a lot of fun doing this. Thank you for everyone who came and watched. Thank you again to my wonderful players who did a marvelous job, as they always do. I'm not going to do any more diatribe. I'm just going to say thank you so much for coming. And episode 11 will be coming to you as soon as we could possibly get it to you. So until then, we'll see you soon. Bye.
Bye.